What's up, y'all? We are here for our first live stream of the Master Your Day, Master Your Life podcast. And I'm excited to get started for today. I'm going to jump right into it because I know you guys have been waiting. We're going to get right into it. So the big question that I have for you today, have you ever felt like you were stuck? Have you ever felt like you didn't make progress towards your goals? Like whatever you did, it was one step forward and two steps back. I know I've been in that situation. Today on the Master Your Day, Master Your Life podcast, it's all about helping you make everyday progress. It's all about everyday progress. So we're here today to help you make that progress. So are you ready? Are you ready to get into this? I believe one of the biggest things that holds us back from making progress is anxiety. I'm gonna get into it a lot today and how the anxiety holds us back from our goals, holds us back from our dreams. But I want to know, are you ready? Let's get it. Now, before I go into the topic for today about going about getting progress in life and really eliminating anxiety, one thing I like to do before I begin speaking is to clear up the assumptions. They say when you assume, you make lemonade, right? You make lemonade, but we don't want to assume when we enter this information. We don't want to make assumptions about it. So I want to go into my assumptions today. First and foremost, I assume that you're tired of being stuck. I assume that you're tired of being stuck. I know in every situation, like you're going after your goals, whether it's a weight loss goal, maybe it's a business, whatever it is, you can be stuck in a situation. But unfortunately, you can get used to being in that situation. And really, you get used to mediocrity. I put this picture here. It's a picture of a guy in a jar. There's this famous experiment of when you put, I think it's a tick, but you put a tick inside of a jar. And what happens is in this experiment, they put a lid inside the jar. And those ticks would jump and jump and jump and jump. And unfortunately, they would hit the top of that jar. And every time they'll hit the top of that jar, obviously they're going to say, all right, I'm going to tone it down just a little bit. Have you toned it down in your life? Have you toned it down? Like as you go through life, you hit your head on top of that lid, and unfortunately, you start to tone it down just a little bit. But here's the crazy part about that experiment. With that lid, they eventually took the lid off. They took the lid off, and they left the ticks inside. The ticks didn't know that the lid was off. They knew. I don't know if they knew or they didn't know, but they didn't jump much farther than that lid. After they took the lid off, they never jumped farther than the lid would allow them to. Even when the lid was off, it was no more limitations. They kept jumping at the size or the level of that lid. And the exact same thing happens in our life, right? We jump, we fail. And unfortunately, we get it in our head that there's a cap. And that cap limits us and what we do and what we accomplish in life. So I want to assume, my assumption for today is that you're tired of being stuck. Like you won't move forward until you get sick and tired of being stuck. You got to be sick and tired of the situation that you're in. If you're not tired of being stuck, no matter what I say, no matter what motivation we throw at you, no matter what motivational speaker come at you, you're not going to want to push forward because you're not tired of the situation that you're in. And that situation can be a lot of different things. It can be health, it can be goals, it can be business, it can be a lot of different things. But you got to get to a place where you're tired of being stuck. My next assumption is you want to make progress. You want to make progress. So yes, you got to be tired of the old, but also you got to have some desires, y'all. You got to desire more in your life. You got to desire big goals, big dreams, and you got to have that desire and that passion running on the inside of you. And if that passion is not running inside you, I can talk about how to get rid of anxiety. I can talk about how to get to your dreams. I can talk about how to get to your goals. But if you don't eliminate all that icky stuff on the inside, you won't go after your goals. So I'm gonna assume that you want to make progress. And my last assumption for today is you're willing to take action now. There's this law called the law of diminishing intent. See, I know a lot of my audience, a lot of people I speak to, you've been to motivational conferences, you've been to church, you've been a lot of different things. And what happens is you go to that stuff and you're excited and you're ready to make change. Say, man, I'm going to lose that weight. Man, I'm going to go start that business. Man, I'm going to go off and start that new idea. But unfortunately, what happens is that next day, that intention starts to go down. But let me know if you resonate with that. If that resonates with you, let me know. But what happens is your intentions start to go down, and the more your intentions start to go down, the less likely it is for you to take action. So I want you to do what I love to do and what I recommend all my clients to do. What I recommend whenever I go to speak. I recommend take action now. No matter what it is, you got to put yourself in a place where you're ready to take action now. Now, we're talking about anxiety. We're talking about what keeps us stuck. We're talking about the progress that we don't make towards our goals. And I said that one of the things that holds us back from reaching our goals is anxiety. And I'm going to talk a little bit about anxiety today. I did want to give a disclaimer. I'm not a psychiatrist, not a psychologist, any of that. If you have true anxiety problems, I'm not here for that. But there's a general anxiety that I think most of us deal with on an everyday basis. And I think that type of anxiety holds us back from our goals and holds us back from our dreams. Because here's what happens. This is what happens, right? You start off, let's say you have a weight loss goal. You want to lose weight. Let's say you're 20 pounds overweight. Let's just say the facts, okay? You're 20 pounds overweight, and you say, man, I want to lose this 20 pounds. So you're excited when you first get started. You start off, you go to the gym, you start eating right, and then what happens is you lose a good 2 to 3 pounds. You're like, yes, I lost this weight. But then you get to the point where you got like 18 more pounds to go. And there's a disconnect from where you are and where you want to be. And that's where you get anxiety. I'm going to give you a quick definition of anxiety that I found on the internet. And it's a really, really good definition. So if you look at the definition of anxiety, it says anxiety, you got to pay attention to this. This is good. Anxiety is both a mental and physical state of negative expectation. What happens, the reason why we get anxiety in life is because we have negative expectations of our future. See, you start off, let's just use weight loss as an easy thing to go back to. You start off on that weight loss journey. You want to lose that weight. Or let's even talk about business. You have your business. Let's say you have a new business idea, or let's say you've already been in business. You're in business, but you want to go to the next level. You start off, you're excited, but what happens is your mind starts to convince you of negative expectations. It starts to give you negative expectations about your future. When you first start, you have positive expectations. But over time, that negative expectation starts to creep in, and then it creates anxiety. Now, what you need to know is anxiety is a feeling. The reason why anxiety is so crippling is because it gives you a feeling like you can't move forward. And that feeling causes you to be stuck and not progress towards your goals and towards what you want. So when we talk about making progress, when we talk about pushing towards your goals, when we talk about this stuff, you got to realize that you have to first break the negative expectation of your future. Now, I can say, like I was thinking about this workshop for a minute, and I was saying, man, what is the one thing, if we could sum it up, what is the one thing that stops people from making progress? And I said, you know what? I think it's anxiety. We get anxious about the life that we want to create. We get anxious about, because what happens is you got big goals. Everybody has a vision. Nobody enters this world. Nobody does have no vision. Like everybody has a goal. Everybody has a vision of the life they want to create. But unfortunately, like I said, there's a disconnect. And when that disconnect comes, anxiety enters in. But here's the thing about anxiety. I think we've made a bigger deal of it than it really is. It's a big deal. Yes, I'm going to say it is a big deal. It holds back your progress and everything. But unfortunately, I think in our society, we began to put anxiety up on a pedestal where we think that, man, it's just this overwhelming thing that we don't have control over. But here's the thing, right? when you think about anxiety, there's a huge misconception about it. I'm gonna give an example. Let's say that you had a friend. That friend was coughing, right? He's coughing. He's coughing all day, every day, and it's like a really, really bad cough. He's like, you're like, what is this cough? What is this cough? He's coughing, right? And you're like, man, you might want to get that checked out. At some point, you probably want to get that checked out. You're starting to give him what I call the side eye Alex. That's my baby, by the way. I had to put him in here. You start giving that side eye. You like, I don't know about this cough, man. You might want to go to the hospital, go to the doctor, especially with everything that's going on right now. But he got this cough going on, and you're looking at him like, what is wrong with you? But let's say he goes to the doctor, and after he gets back from the doctor, and the doctor says, I have a common cold. You like, hold up now. I don't think that was a common cold. That wasn't a common cold. So he goes 30 days later and he's still coughing. All right, he still got it's getting worse and worse. He's starting to cough. All right, I'm not going to go too much into the cough, but I want to share something about the cough. Okay, and then I'm going somewhere with this, right? When you look at cough, there's a reason why you cough, right? There's an underlying reason why a person can be coughing. Coughing is only a symptom. Coughing is only a symptom. So if you look at all the causes of coughing, I mean, you got allergies, you got asthma, you got bronchitis, you got a common cold, influenza, pneumonia, whooping. I mean, there's a whole entire list of reasons why a person can be coughing. But the point I want to make is coughing is a symptom of something. Likewise, anxiety is a symptom of something. See, I think we got to a point where we start to think that anxiety is some type of disease that you don't have control over, that just attacks your mind and you really can't control it. No, anxiety is only a symptom. Again, anxiety is a symptom. You have complete control over if anxiety enters into your life. So I did a video a while back, and I'm gonna show this video, and it just gives a clear example of how and what I think happens in this day and age when it comes to anxiety. I'm gonna show the video here. Let's see what I got today, man. Another dry turkey sandwich? Hey man, I'm not a sandwich specialist, but that's the worst looking sandwich I've ever seen in my life. Let's see what I got today, man. Whew. Another dry turkey. One slice of meat. Man, again? This is getting out of hand. I'm not even hungry today. Today is the day, man. Another dry turkey. And I'm sick of this. Every day it's the same thing. You complaining about that dry, crusty old sandwich. Man, why don't you just ask your wife to make you something different? Hey, man, you gotta relax. Listen, I make my own lunch every day. I make this sandwich. Like, what? What are you talking about? Listen, you make your sandwich every single day. So if you're feeling anxiety, you made that sandwich. I'm going to show you exactly what happens. You wake up in the morning, right, and you check your phone. And what are you doing when you check your phone? You're looking at all the news, all the negative things that's going on. And I'm telling you what you're doing. You're grabbing a good old slice of that anxiety bread. You're taking that anxiety bread and you're like getting a good fresh slice ready for your day. And then you go on and you hang around negative people. Oh, man. You hang around negative people. Now you're grabbing some anxiety mayo. You hooking up that sandwich. You just making a good old anxiety sandwich for your day. So you grabbing some mayo. Then you got the nerve to call different people that you know are negative. You already know they negative. You already know when you call them, they ain't gonna have nothing positive to say. So you put in some extra mayo, some extra ketchup, whatever you like on your anxiety sandwich. You just hooking up a good old sandwich. And then as you go out throughout your day, you're allowing yourself to be distracted. You're checking your Instagram, your Facebook all throughout the day. You're not taking time to focus. That's, of course, going to create even more anxiety for your day. And then you get into arguments with people. And then you, when it comes to your goals, you get a little nudge. You're like, man, I should probably take some action. I should probably go and do this. I should probably go do that. But then you don't do it. Now you're creating even more anxiety because you're creating more space between where you want to be and where you are. So when it comes to anxiety, you got to realize that you are making that sandwich. You're making that sandwich every single day. Now, the positive aspect of this is you don't have to make that sandwich. You can make a positive sandwich. You can make a sandwich. I know it's weird. I keep talking about sandwiches. Hopefully you ain't hungry. But you can make a sandwich that's going to push you towards your goals, push you towards your everything that you want to accomplish in life. If that resonates with you, let me know in the comments. But I thought that it's a good example. It's an old video that I did, but it's a great example of the life that we create is all up to us. Now, I'm going to give you one thing. I was tempted to give you like 3 things that you can do to eliminate this anxiety in your life. But really, I just want to give you one thing that you can do. Now, just to let you know, these live streams I'm going to be doing on a weekly basis. This is my new way of doing it. We're going to be doing these live streams, our Master Your Day, Master Your Life podcast live streams. And I encourage you to tune in. It's going to be every Tuesday at 8 p.m. In addition, I have a workshop that I'm doing called Master Your Day Workshop. If you're interested in learning how to master your day, we're going to be doing this workshop on an every month basis. So I encourage you, if you're looking to learn how to master your day, master your 24 hours, go to masteryourdayworkshop.com and you can get signed up for that workshop. But again, this particular live stream we're going to do on a weekly basis. We're going to come bring you a live experience that's going to help you and inspire you to go after your goals, go after every single thing that you want. So I'm going to give you this one thing that you can do. And I thought about a lot of things, right? When it comes to anxiety, there's a ton of different things. I can talk about making sure you stay grateful, making sure that you write a list of the things you want to get done. I can talk about commitment. I can talk about believing. You can go a lot of different routes on how to break through and make progress in your life. But there's one thing that I don't think we hear a lot. In fact, you probably never heard this in this kind of type of setting. But I want you to, in order to get rid of that anxiety, there's one thing you have to do before you do anything else. And that is you got to disbelieve. Now, you hear a lot of speakers, you got to say, man, you got to believe. You got to believe in success. Believe that you can accomplish your goals. But I want you to do something. Before you even do that, and believing is important, I want you to get to a point where you disbelieve the crap. You got to disbelieve the crap that life is trying to feed you. See, again, what happens is, let's just go back to the weight loss goals. You have a weight loss goal and you're pushing towards that goal. You're pushing towards that. What happens is a little small belief comes in there and says, you will never lose the weight, or you will never start the business, or you will never go to the next level. That little lie starts to come in there. And unfortunately, what happens is we start to believe that lie. Now, I can tell you got to believe something positive, but first you got to know that is a lie. Like, you got to know that. You got to know that it's a lie that you won't accomplish your dreams. It's a lie that you can't lose that weight. It's a lie that you can't create the life of your dreams. All that is a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie that people don't love you. It's a lie. It's a lie. Stop believing a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. I don't know what else I can say. It's a lie. So you can't believe it. You got to take away the energy from that, because what happens is in our life, a lot of past circumstances happen, and it creates a lot of energy, right? We have, it's kind of like a relationship. Let's say you had a old boyfriend, an old girlfriend, and it reminds me of high school, right? You got a person that had a high school sweetheart or something like that, and they're in love. They say they're in love and all that, and you like, oh, whatever. Wait till you get to college, or wait till you go to it's gonna be. Or but they got this relationship, and then you try to convince them like, look, he don't or she don't like you. He don't like you. He cheating on you. And they like, no, I love him. No, or I love her. No, but what's wrong? They are believing a lie. You got to break that connection. You got to break it. You got to break it. Hold on, y'all. What's going on here? Let me fix my screen here. All right, here we go. All right, you got to break the lie of the connection that you have, that belief that you have. And the way you do that is you got to disbelieve. Just stop believing that lie. And I know it's simple, but it's crucial. It's a crucial part of the journey that you'll have. So I'm going to leave it with that, y'all. I'm going to leave it with that. Stop believing the lie. And I'm going to remind you as we close out the Master Your Day, Master Your Life podcast, that if you want to have a good life, you got to first just have one good year to start with the year. And we got a new year that's coming up. Then if you want to have a good year, you got to have at least just one good month to start with the next month, right? If you want to have a good month, you got to have a good week. If you want to have a good week, you got to have a good day. And if you want to have a good day, you got to have a good now. Like, it doesn't happen without now. So I encourage you all, go out, take action now, go and do the things that you want, and go have a good day. Peace.